Before I start everything, please remember to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop a video on the channel. If you have already, do well and share with others so they get to know what we do on this channel. You can enjoy it too. My name is Mike and I'm going to be the host for another edition of the show on this channel. Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Mike and I bring you another episode on the show. So this is Radio Xposed. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do well. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I put any video on the channel. You get an alert, you know what I'm saying? So if you have already, you can share with others so they get to know what we do here. They can also come in there, and watch some of our videos. And then also I'll say thank you to everybody who's been watching my videos. I appreciate whatever you do for the channel. Yes, so I got a few things on my chest that I need to pour down, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm talking about a few things coming from my home country, Ghana. Shout out to all my Ghanaians. Yeah. And yesterday was the Independence Day of Ghana. So happy Independence Day, and we pray and hope our leaders do what's necessary so we can move the country forward as it has to be. So far, I wouldn't say it's that bad, but it's not what we want it to be. So we need great leaders, good people with patriotic hearts. You know what I'm saying? So they can do what's best in the interest of the nation, not, selfish gains or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yes, enough of that. And what are we talking about today? We're talking about some things that have been going on in Ghana. And I feel if we're not careful, it's going to get out of hand, and there could possibly be a catastrophe in the country Ghana. So over the past few months, you've been hearing a lot of people saying, oh, because the economy is not good, there could be or there may be coup d'etat. I don't know why people are subscribing to this notion that a coup d'etat in the country is what's going to save the country from its economic predicament. Yes, we can all understand that we have issues with the economy. Our economy is not as good as it has to be, but it's coming from a long way before it has gotten here. And anybody who is viewing with an objective eye, an objective mind, can tell the economy is not bad because of mismanagement or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? The economy is bad because the country has been hit by a global pandemic. Let me say this, it's not only in Ghana where the economy is suffering. In America, it is the same way. Fuel prices are going up every day. So it's not like it's only in Ghana where, the economy is bad or something like that. It's all over the world. It's not just in Ghana. So I don't understand why. Because we have an ailing economy, so there should be a coup d'etat. In any case, who said coup d'etat is going to be the solution of our economy? Is that going to be the solution to our economy? I don't think so. So I don't get it. Why, a lot of people are saying, oh, because the economy is not good, there may be a coup d'etat. Well, if we are to go back and really analyze this situation, I'm not going to sound political. I'm just going to be objective as I have to be. And why I'm bringing in this is that when you listen to the airwaves, when you read the news articles, the only people, you don't see people coming from CPP calling for coup d'etat. You don't see people from PNC calling for coup d'etat. Almost all the people who are drumming the drums of coup d'etat, people who are voicing out and speaking out, calling for coup d'etat, happen to be, in a way, directly or indirectly, associated with the NDC. That's a fact. You cannot deny that. I can tell you this guy who's been arrested, this Oliver Baker-Bomawo, is an NDC guy. A lawyer who is supposed to know much more than the ordinary citizens is calling for coup d'etat. And the ordinary citizens are not calling for coup d'etat. Bear in mind, he might not be the actual person who is directly going to take the action. But his position in the country, being a lawyer, speaking to a mass, and having a large follower, he is actually inciting a lot of people to take up arms, overthrow the government. Most recent one is this Professor Atubiga, who is actually an NDC guy, a lecturer, and a law lecturer, who is calling and sounding the drums of coup d'etat in the country Ghana. I don't get it. I don't know why any sensible person in his right state of mind will be calling for coup d'etat. Now, let's assume, we can't even assume, it's a fact, our economy is not as good as it should be. Does that call for a coup d'etat? If so, this is not the first time there has been an ailing economy in Ghana. Let's take it back to the NDC time, when the NDC was in power from 2012 to 2016. Was the economy of Ghana any better? Was it good? No, it wasn't. Did anybody call for a coup d'etat? Nobody did. So why now? Why is it that it's only during the NPP time that the NDC, some people in the NDC are sounding and talking as if coup d'etat is going to be the solution to all the economic crisis that we have in the country now? Bear in mind, we are not having these economic problems because of a mismanagement. It's because the country and the economy has been hit by a global pandemic, which is the COVID-19. That is the reason why we are in this situation. Unlike when the NDC was in power, where it was a total mismanagement of the economy. The people who were supposed to control the economy were not up to task. They didn't do they didn't do their work well. That is why the economy was broke, and that is why the country Ghana was suffering, and hence we had to go to IMF. During that time, there was no pandemic. So whatever the issue was in Ghana, it was by the government then. The government couldn't manage the economy. That is why it was in that situation. It got broke then. Can you say the same about now? No. Any objective person will not say that. Ghana's economy now is like this because the country has been hit by the global pandemic. Now, before the COVID-19 pandemic, what was the economy like? It was growing. The MPP government took a bad economy, got it better, improving, and then the country got hit by, not just the country, the world got hit by a global pandemic, COVID-19. So that is how come the economy has gotten this bad. So I don't get it when intellectuals are calling for coup d'etat just because Ghana economy is down. Really? If that's the case, would NDC have been able to complete their term? Why should you be calling for coup d'etat? I mean, I don't get it. You can let the citizens, the normal citizens, those who are not intellectuals, quote unquote, the people who are on the street call for this, and then you, being an intellectual, will actually talk to them, lecture them, and explain things to them so they, get away from this kind of mindset. But in the case where the intellectuals are calling for this, and they happen to be coming from one side of the political terrain, they are all coming from the NDC. What happens? In any case, if there should be a coup, what's the guarantee that NDC is going to take power? What is the guarantee? Or are you just calling for the coup so the current president gets overthrown by coup d'etat, and then we say, oh, he couldn't finish his term, then it'd be a record, or what? What are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to achieve? I don't get it. Years back, Ghana was in darkness for more than 4 years or so. Nobody called for a coup d'etat. When the NDC was in power, wasn't there increase in fuel prices? Was the dollar appreciating or depreciating? Did anybody call for coup d'etat? No. Why now? Even back then, there was no global pandemic. And in any case, like I said, what's the guarantee that if there should be a coup d'etat now, What guarantees NDC is going to take up power? Nothing shows. So can we just be patient and speak as patriotic citizens? I have never witnessed a coup d'etat, but I have grown-ups who have witnessed it before. So I know, even if I didn't experience it, I have heard of it, what it feels like. Do we want to go back to that state? Military takeover? What shows? People who have been to school, people, intellectuals, if intellectuals are not being able to manage economy, what shows that military men are going to be able to do that? Can we just be patient and watch the government do what's necessary to do? I mean, they have like 2.5 years to complete their term. The only way you can change the government is by your thumb. You go and vote. If you think in 4 years and in 2024, if you think this government hasn't done the right job, you go and exercise that power with your thumb. Vote them out. You don't need to take up arms to vote to take a government out. Overthrow a constitution. Bear in mind, in our constitution, anybody who has such intent is to be charged with treason. Why is it's more like people are becoming unbecoming and everybody is taking the system for granted, just doing whatever they want to do. It shouldn't be that way. The security forces should be up to task. They should be questioning all these people. Why are they singing coup d'etat drums and songs? Why are they calling for this? Why now? When you guys were in power, the country wasn't any better. The country was in darkness for 4 years. It's in your term. We had the most popular term. During the NDC time, we had the most popular term. Doomso, doomso, doomso. Do we see that now? No, we don't. Why? Can't you guys see now the road construction is going on in Ghana? The government is doing whatever it takes to bring back the economy. You same people don't want to pay the e-levy tax. How do you want the country to be governed if you don't want to pay taxes? How are you going to see improvement in the country? How is the economy going to get better if you don't want to pay taxes? I can understand the fact that we all complain we are not seeing much, even though we are paying more taxes, but we are not seeing much with our taxes. But that is not entirely true. If you are not seeing much being used or being done with the taxes you pay, how is the free SHS being funded? How are you guys able to sustain the electricity system in Ghana? How are roads being built? How are factories being built? There are so many things going on. You just don't see it and you don't realize because you are not directly in there. It shouldn't be the situation, guys. You guys better be patient. Wait. When it's time to vote, you can vote the government out. Rather than taking up arms and calling for coup d'etat and all that. A whole lecturer, a professor calling for coup d'etat. Are you dumb? How can you be this stupid? Nobody from the NDC is speaking against these evil call-outs. Evil statements being made by their guys. Does it mean the NDC supports the idea of having a coup d'etat in Ghana? Why? Why? What is going on in Ghana? Can't we grow as human beings, as black people, as citizens? You don't want to pay tax. You want to see improved developments in the country. How is that going to happen? How? I mean, nobody in his right senses should be calling for coup. It is not the solution to Ghana's economic problems. A coup d'etat is not the solution to Ghana's economic problems. It's about thinking, being innovative as a government, bringing in ideas, speaking to your citizens to buy into your ideas. For example, you have the e-levy. Now the citizens are not willing to pay. What are you doing as a government? Speak to your people, convince them, let them buy in, let them pay. And after that, make use of the monies you are getting. Put the money to good use. Not people living lavish lifestyle. You understand? Yes, even though I don't support the idea of having a coup d'etat, but I also don't support the idea of government officials being, dumb, doing dumb stuff on radio and TV, speaking dumb stuff, talking crash, being stupid in the way of talking, minimizing the citizens, disrespecting the citizens in whatever way they find themselves. I don't support that either. Speak to the citizens in a polite way, in a good way. They will accept and buy into your ideas. But for those calling for coup, I think the police service, the military, they should deal with these people. What is the use of a coup in this modern age? Let's give time to the government. I mean, it's a 4-year term. They are 1 year over now. So what is the big deal? Can't you just wait for the election time to reach and then you cast your vote? If you think you don't like the government, you just go to the poll. Vote the government out. There's no point in calling for coup d'etat. I have family in Ghana. You have families. What's the guarantee your family is going to survive if there's a coup d'etat? We don't want that in Ghana. Back then in 2015 downwards to 2012, the country wasn't any better than now. If the country was better, that government wouldn't be out. One thing I can say is when the MPP took over power, Ghana was in a bad situation with in respect to the economy. That is why we went to the IMF. Gradually, they were able to do things. The country got out of IMF. When the NDC was in power, there was freeze on employment. Nobody was getting employed. Are you telling me that was better then? The economy was better? If the economy was better then, why weren't you able to employ people? People who had worked for years were being paid for only 3 months. Was that a good economy? Was that a good economy? Are you crazy to be calling for coup now? It doesn't make any sense. And this guy, Raymond Atukuba, was then in government. He was part of the government when the economy was that poor back in between 2012 and 2015. The economy was that bad and he was part of the government. Ghana wasn't able to employ workers. The NPP government took over. All these things were restored. In addition, there was free senior high school. The government is building factories. Road constructions are going on. The country has been hit by a global pandemic in 2020 and the economy is broke now. Did you guys think about what the government said? The president said it. When you guys were enjoying free food, free electricity, free water, how were you expecting those bills to be paid? Were you expecting the government to go into his personal account and withdraw money to pay for those? Yes, the government was going to give it to you for free. But remember, you were going to pay in your taxes, except you don't think. But if you think and you are an intellectual, you are somebody. I mean, how are you thinking the government was going to, foot all those bills? How was the government going to pay for all those bills? The government was going to pay for those bills through the taxes you pay. So if you think you are not going to pay taxes, bear in mind the government is going to owe all those monies. It's going to be a debt to be paid. You, the same NDC guys, when you were leaving power, you signed E&I contract. Take it or pay. You provided electricity that Ghana didn't need. It's either Ghana pays for it or they take it. Whether you like it or not, you are still going to pay. How can you sign such a dumb contract? Huh? How? You left all this and the current government is dealing with all this and you are calling for coup d'etat, coup d'etat, coup d'etat. Are you crazy? What the hell is wrong with you? I don't know what you guys are smoking, but I'll be honest with you. It doesn't make sense calling for coup. When you guys were in power, if you guys were able to make the country better, will you guys have been out of power now? So why are some people in your party calling for coup d'etat? And there hasn't been any issuance of a disassociation. You guys, are you in support of the calling of coup d'etats in Ghana because it's coming from people in your government, in your party? Huh? Is that the situation? Are we supposed to think like that? Or is it the situation where you guys are not in support? What is wrong with you? NDC was in power, I repeat, freeze on employment. Teacher training allowances were cancelled. Nursing training allowances were cancelled. There was no electricity. That is where we had doomso. Third-tier pension pay wasn't paid. You guys took us to IMF. Now, except you tell me all these things made the economy better, which I doubt 100%. Don't believe the economy was better, and then we had all these things. Do you guys actually remember during the time of NDC we had Unemployed Graduate Association? Do you guys remember? Are you kidding me? Really? In your term, we had all these. Now, in the time of MPP, nursing training allowances are paid. Teacher training allowances are paid. Third-tier pension paid. There's no doomso anymore. We don't have doomso, even though I wouldn't say the electricity condition in Ghana isn't 100%, but it's way better. There's free senior high school. There's one district, one factory. There's one village, one dam. The government has supplied an ambulance to each constituency in Ghana. COVID-19 came. There was free food, free electricity for a year and more. There's NAPCO. There isn't any more. This Unemployed Graduate Association. Are you telling me what we had in NDC time is better than now? You must be crazy to think like that. Yes, I agree perfectly. Our economy is not better now. But remember, when the NPP took over, they got it better, and then we got hit by the COVID-19. That is why the economy is broke now. The President of the Republic of Ghana made a statement. I cannot, what I can promise you is to bring back human lives. But we can bring back the economy. What were you thinking? Didn't you think about that statement? I don't support the idea of coup d'etat thing. Man, you guys have to cut the crap. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. It doesn't make any sense to be calling for coup d'etat because your government is not in power. So if not NDC, anything should go down. Really? Is that how we should be the country? Are you kidding me? Because it's not NDC, everything should go down. Hey, really? Really? Tell me one person who has been calling for coup d'etat because NDC is in power and the country is not going on well. Tell me one. One person. But it's all NDC. Anybody saying calling for coup d'etat is from NDC. Yes, hiding behind faces and hiding behind groups. As a whole professor, you dedicate your speech to a guy who was calling for coup, and you also make the same statement in your speech. Are you crazy or stupid? You must be damn out of your mind. You must be stupid to be calling for coup d'etat because the Ghana economy is not better after a global pandemic. America is fighting the same situation in UK, wherever in the world. It's not easy, bro. It's not easy after a pandemic. And hey, let me assure you guys, Ghana, fuel prices are still going to go up. The dollar rate is still going to go up. Cedi is still going to depreciate. You know why? Now look at what's going on. Do you think the war going on between Ukraine and Russia isn't going to have a direct effect on the economy of Ghana or even everywhere in the world? It is. So think about it now. Get prepared. Fuel prices it's going on daily in America. If you don't know, I'm telling you. It's going up every time. Fuel prices going up every time in America. You're damn out of your mind to be calling for coup d'etat because the economy isn't better. The economy is, in your assertion, you just cut the crap, man. All right, Ghana guys, this is your boy Mike, and this is my YouTube channel, and it is what it is, you know. Don't buy into the idea of having a coup d'etat or whatever. Coup d'etat isn't going to be the solution to Ghana's economic crisis now. It isn't. 1000%. It's not going to be the solution. If you don't want it, just stay cool. When it's time for elections, you go vote the government out. It's as simple as that. The president told you we cannot bring back human lives, but we can do anything to bring back the economy. And they have done it before. When they took over power, it wasn't good. It was bad. Actually, it was worse. It was worse. At least now you still have your lights. Now you still have your lights. Back then, were you having your lights? You still have your lights. You still have NAPCO. You still have teacher training allowance. You still have nursing training allowance. You still have free senior high school going on. You still have all these things, and you are crying that the economy is not good, so there should be a coup d'etat. You are stupid, man. You are out of your mind. All right, guys, this is where I'm going to end, and yeah, I'm not going to take too much of your time. I got stuff to do, so, and yeah, it is what it is. My name is Mike. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. If you have, please share with others so they get to know what we do on this channel. Hit the notification bell so you get notified when I drop a video on the channel. Yes, my name is Mike. Peace. I'm out.